Are you gonna tell me what to read? What did you even do? How did you close Google Chrome? You're just telling me to pay attention to you, aren't you? Bumi, what in the world? Oh my. You need to be stopped. This is the trick I have been doing lately. It seems to work almost all the time. Please don't maul my foot. He'll just go to town under there. And I don't have to deal with him. Hey, Bumi. Did I wake you up for my nap? Hey, buddy. Come here. You smell like an unbathed hamster. Are you gonna behave, or are you gonna make my life extremely hard? Typically, Bumi plays with the feet of the tripod. He somehow just finds that very entertaining. So he's very interested in the telescoping mechanism. He's getting a little bit big for perching on my shoulder, but that doesn't prevent him from trying. Don't choke yourself, buddy. What do you have to say for yourself? I guess I will be washing my hair tonight. The topic I wanted to address is, I just feel like I've been a little bit too negative. This entire channel I've been talking about the dangers and harms and bad parts about media. But when I think back to starting this channel and coming back to social media after a long-term fast, the whole purpose was to really emphasize the good things. So this video, I just want to kind of refocus and just list all of my favorite things and some of the things that you all were kind enough to share when I asked on Instagram, because I think that can really help grow those things. Even just by us focusing on them, it can turn our media experience. Okay. Bumi, please release me. I beg you, don't scratch my chin. Go play over there. Yes, I think that social media can be harmful and addictive and really take away from your life enjoyment and fulfillment, but I think it can also add to those things, and that is what I want to get back to focusing on. I don't think media is inherently harmful. I think media is like food. It depends on what you consume and how you consume it. So I would rather spend my time creating an environment that emphasizes a healthy relationship with the item of consumption. So I'm just going to list some of my favorite things about media, because I think the more that we talk about the bad things, the more power that we give them. That becomes our focus. Please stop tapping on my document. And by changing the focus and the topic that we spend our time ruminating on, we instead give power back to the good and valuable things about media. Bumi, now I have to find my place again. Don't make me get this spray bottle. I hate spraying him, but I don't want him to become a public menace to anyone that comes to our house by biting them into shreds. Yeah, this video is probably going to be very interrupted, but that's the fun of it. Flipping up my kitten-styled hair. So these were some of the things that you all shared that you really love about media, and I would agree, those were definitely on my list even before I saw what you all thought. So I think I had a list of about 10 items, and I just wanted to share those and really refocus this channel and our minds onto the things that we want to achieve through media, not the things that only the things that we want to avoid. So number one is I love FaceTime. Any kind of video chat, it really helps me keep in touch with the people I've moved away from geographically. I have moved several times within the past years, and FaceTime especially has helped me keep in touch with my family and some of my friends from school, high school, siblings, in a way that I wouldn't be able to otherwise, even though I text those people very frequently, or they're honestly not that far away and I can still visit them. FaceTime just feels really like such a rich connection that wouldn't be available without media. Now I know that's not technically a social media aspect, but it is something that, you know, is a benefit of media in general. Another thing I really love about media and social media is the ability to share videos and music and humor, and just have that as a way to connect with other people and share over things that we both enjoy. I know for me personally, the watch parties that started during the COVID year, where you can share movies in real time with other people, definitely did not stop with COVID, and I still enjoy that aspect of media in the way that that enables just fun connection with people that might not be able to come over to your house. Another thing I really love about media is being able to learn new skills. I taught myself how to crochet just by watching YouTube videos. I also learned how to cook lots of new things, different cuisines or food types that, you know, I didn't know anybody who would be able to teach me how to do that, but I've been able to experience, you know, other cultures or other types of tastes through people sharing those experiences and skills online. A fourth thing I love about media is just finding lifestyle inspiration, whether that's inspiration for what kind of foods you can be eating, or how you can make exercise really fun and beneficial for you personally, or even just different aesthetics or ideas and philosophies. For example, I never would have known cottagecore was a thing without YouTube and Instagram, so that has definitely been an improvement to my life. Cat update. Bumi is still having the time of his life. And I think I'm safe for a while. A fifth thing that I really appreciate about media is the help and training that you can get online. Whether this is like how to fix your windshield wipers, I know that's something I looked at this spring, or ways to release neck pain or give yourself a massage or something like that. Media definitely gives a lot of information and teaching that would have been not accessible to us at all without it. I know I frequently go to media for tips on time management or organization, or even like saving a dying houseplant, really anything. A sixth really great benefit of media is just mood boosters, like, you know, cat videos, memes, humor, not just sharing those things with other people, but honestly just using them to distract yourself if you've got, you know, a stomach ache, or you're just not feeling well, or it's gloomy outside. Those things can honestly do a lot to just pick me up. I mean, no, I'm not even going to talk about the downside or the negative part to that. I'm just going to stick to talking about the positive. I do enough of the negative like every other day of my life, so we're good. A seventh thing I really appreciate about media is the opportunities for bonding. I know if you've ever had a kind of niche hobby, you may not know anybody who shares that with you that you can learn from or just enjoy that with. For high school, in high school I did a lot of writing, and I did know a couple people in real life that were also writing and trying to publish their novels in high school, but online there was a huge community of other people doing the exact same thing, and it was just really encouraging and cool to see, you know, their fun, their encouragement, their, you know, learning and tips of people who were both ahead of you and behind you, and the way that we could all just kind of benefit from being together. A community I definitely would never have been blessed by and been a blessing to if I hadn't had social media to engage with. An eighth opportunity, which is not as fun-loving as the others, but still really appreciated and beneficial, is business opportunities. This can be, you know, selling something you've made, like artwork or recipes or crafts, or even just meeting people, making networks and connections to finding jobs. I know that sometimes employers even will check out your social media to see what kind of a person you are, and I feel like that honestly is a better way to get a taste of someone than just their polished resume. You know, it's going to be more authentic view potentially. And ninth would be the benefit of just on-hand encouragement. People can keep up to date with you on, you know, daily, hourly, monthly basis in a way that they might not have been able to. It takes a lot of energy to text every individual person or call every individual person with updates if you're going through something, but on social media you can really streamline that, and support can be garnered a lot faster and organized a lot more effectively because of different social media sites or platforms to enable that. And 10 is sometimes feels like a hard thing. It may not feel like a benefit, but I think social media does help me understand other people's perspectives more. It's easy to kind of box myself into people in my life that think the same way I do, act the same way I do, like the same things I do, and that makes it harder to understand people who like different things or think differently or have different processes or preferences. And I know there are some, like, I don't know if it's algorithms or what, that can create the echo chamber in social media, but it is still easier to be exposed to different types of people or cultures or, you know, foods or religions or philosophies, and to just have a better understanding. Not that you have to agree with those things or change the way you do things, but you can appreciate that other people are different, and that's something to be honored and even potentially learned from. So these are the reasons that I came back to social media. I did not come back to social media to bash social media. I came back to it to connect with people, to feel inspired, to learn new things. And I want to share all of those things with all of you. We can't necessarily change all the bad things of media, but we can actively promote and grow and encourage and emphasize all the good things. Just like we can't necessarily change the bad things in people, but we can draw attention to and appreciate and affirm the good things in people and watch them really embrace that side and flourish. I appreciate you for being patient with this little being. There he is. I wanted to include him more in the video, but it was a little too much. Spending time with him now kind of honestly takes your full attention because I don't want him to learn bad habits. So if you're playing, you have to be really intentional and conscious about how you play, training him to play with toys and not flesh. But he's still a sweet little boy, and he's learning, and he's doing better. And he's graduating to eating kitten food out of a can now. Do you have anything to say, Bumi? Do you have anything to say? I think he wants to go back into his cave. I will see you next week for the last video in this series on media. I'm surprised and excited how fast 8 videos have gone by, but I appreciate you all for sticking with me, and I hope that it, you know, is being something that's beneficial for you and encouraging. So I'll see you next week. I'm just trying to pick the carpet out of your fur because you're a little scruffus. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say mean things like that.
You're so cute though.